time to get up and get out there. We've been locked away long enough. Today is Reclamation Day. It may be time to leave, but I'll never forget the day you all entered Vault 76. You come from every walk of life, every race, color, and creed. But you all share one very important trait. You are this country's best and brightest. But more importantly, you'll always be my family. Have been tasked with nothing less than the rebuilding of America. Such a huge responsibility. Just know that Vault-Tec is proud of you. I am proud of you. When you hear this, it means I've been gone for several hours. I've got my own mission. Out there in Appalachia. This is the Overseer. Signing off.
Find friends.
The message repeats in 24 hours. System breakdown.
Overseer's log, or should I say, direct communication. Because whoever is listening to this had the moxie to try to find out where I've gone. But I'm glad you did. Truth is, I need your help. I've been given a task and I've decided to break protocol and tell you what it is. Because if there's one thing I've learned in these past few years, it's that we need to rely on each other. There were 3 active nuclear silos in Appalachia before the bombs fell. They blew up the world before. We can't let it happen again. So we've got to locate and secure all of the silos. Or die trying. Hopefully the former. But it's been 25 years. I just don't know what we're gonna find out there. Or where to start. My directive was to go to the nearest population center and assess the situation. I'll set up a camp on the way once I get my bearings. Find me there.
Goodbye. Aloha. Ciao.
Oh, sir. Those young ladies, they haven't yet made any untoward advance. Only that they appear. One seemed quite perturbed when I told them that wouldn't be happening. I've been keeping watch here long. I'm sorry to say it. Until quite recently, it's been exceedingly peaceful. I maintained my post, but very recently, it's all very well, yes, but... Oh, do be careful.
Got to be a way in there. Maybe... Wait, Vault Dweller? Hey there! Whoa! Whoa! You came out of the vault, right? I thought it was empty. God damn it. We got a tip from the... So this guy told us.
After you gave him the last...
And he said that our last chance... You know. Well, yeah.
I told you, Lace.
But... No.
Wonderful.
Thanks for answering some questions for us. Seems only fair I return the favor. Seems like they set themselves up to... They sent you out here with... Happy to tell you what I know. Someone made a broadcast with people as desperate.
Monsters or no?
Guy we met at the Wayward. Carter? Up to us now to make something... About Appalachia?
Other than it's a graveyard?
There's that. We haven't been here real long.
The Scorch.
They're merciless. Without people around, We both came over from Virginia. There's a lot more hot zones that way. I mean, Appalachia's dangerous. Watch yourself out there.
Nice. I just saw a lightning bug over there. Lost them! See you!
People have come back to this area. They'll all want to be setting up places like Foundation. What's that noise? It's time! Showed you! Somebody there? Huh? I need some more...
More of that Nuka shine.
Last time, oh, it hit me harder than a train.
Attention citizens. Nuclear strike imminent. Please exit the area at your earliest convenience. Thank you for your cooperation.
Lady, I will paint the walls with you if...
Honey, you picked the wrong time to get...
What are you... Hey! What the... Like hell you are, but...
Don't shoot! I told you it was gonna end badly. Now I'm hoping you're here to have a drink and play nice. I've had a gun pointed at me more than enough for one day. Well, not exactly the introduction to the Wayward I would have hoped. First round's on me. Name's Duchess. There's something I could do for you. Your guess is as good as mine, sweetheart. He busted in here saying I needed to turn over the location of some fellow named Crane, who I guess I must have served at some point or another. Since then, a steady stream of miscreants has been making my life irritating. Not exactly good for a budding business. Now that you mention it, I could use an extra pair of hands. See? That boy you put down. He's not the first of his crew to roll in here, but I want him to be the last. Normally, I'd send my people out to clean house, but my muscles run off, so I don't have the bodies to spare right now. But I'm willing to pay good money if you put an end to this for me. So, what do you say? That's what I was hoping. So, the details. Now, each of these boys came in asking after Crane. How would you grab the attention of a bunch of single-minded thugs? Oh, darling, see, as fine as that idea is, you know, just give me 1 second. Okay, I think I'll just... I just want you to know, architecture ain't exactly my forte. Huh, not half bad. So what I've chicken-scratched together here for you is the schematic for one custom-made Crane Treasure Hunting Inc. sign. If I didn't butcher the plans too bad, it's got a little system built in that'll make sending out an advertisement and getting this gang's attention a snap. You just need to build it, use the tape it spits out to tell... They did teach you all how to build from schematics up in that... That's the spirit.
Hey, if you need a refresher...
What are you on about, Mordecai?
Hey, nah, I'm not bragging or anything.
Oh, Mort, not that... Well, you find... Of course you're gonna need material. Throw some rations in there, too, so you don't... And so you know, you might... Who knows? Now,
You ready to get this show on the road? Hot dog. Just make sure once you... Oh, and on the topic of leaders, you know, one of my people found this tape in the camp across the way, recorded by... It's... sounds like she set the camp up... You think the place looks good now? Wait till we're done rebuilding. Just need those...
Glad to hear Vault-Tec actually... You hear these rumors, right, about... Well, don't you worry, that's... Now, what can I do for you? Allergies? Come on, now you see. And it was like someone dropped a hurricane on it. I can hear it. Bang, I wake up, man. All it cost me was my skin, and that was the day I became... I mean, it's got its advantage. Main one is that radiation rolls off me. Also, means I can survive in situations that would... The major downside? Well, shit, you're looking at it, right? There's also, well... But ever since I turned, there's always this nagging feeling that I will have to feast on you. Serious? Shit, I thought it was funny. Overall... Listen, friend, you have... All right, listen, I got this plan. You're gonna help me get rich. See, the folks who made it big off the gold rush, they weren't the prospectors. They were the folks that sold them their... Now, I don't do shovels, what I collect. So, I'm selling what I've got between my ear holes, and you're gonna test it for me. I made these holotapes. Now, this set's all the info I dug up about that Camp Doohickey you Volters got. All I'm asking is you give him a listen and let me... You will? Oh, thank you. I mean... Now, there anything else you wanted to chat about? Don't have one. Rads? Yeah. In exchange, Duchess lets me drink. Really? About the best? Well, at least until the tape. Some other time then. Son of a... What tiny-fisted rat built... Oh, wait a second. They think it's on. Hello? Hello. This is Mort McCoy. And welcome to the first of Headmaster Mort's EduTapes. Today we're talking about your camp. Now, former Vault resident or someone who killed a Vault resident, let's start off with the basics. Placing your camp. When plunking down your camp, C-A-M-P, that's an acronym, for the first time, remember to... Crap. Where'd that... Oh, here we go. Remember to take the lay of the land. Consider the grade of the terrain, general defensibility, and proximity to your surroundings. Could that clipped edge be used to protect your flank? You bet your chops it could. Once you found the perfect spot, it's time to move on to the best part of working with your camp. Construction! Construction can be an intricate process, so a steady hand and an eye for detainment, details, damn, I had to get that one on. An eye for details are a must. You should take a moment to familiarize yourself with the camp's patented intuitive construction interface. But don't worry, we'll cover construction in gory detail in the next of Headmaster Mort's edutapes. So long, Pitcher Jones. Come on, Mort, what was that? Hello, dedicated listeners.
Overseer's log, south of Vault 76. I knew this wasn't going to be the Appalachia I remembered, but... mutated animals, haywire bots, and... no people so far. We have to be ready to rebuild in... what I can confirm is... hostile territory. Fortunately, Vault Tech was prepared. You see this? The cooking station, the stash box, the workbenches, all built with the camp. You need a home base out there. The construction and assembly mobile platform is designed to give you one. Just add resources, planning, and a little elbow grease. When you move your camp, everything you've built is stored, ready to be placed down in the new area. Use this to establish a foothold whenever you're in unfamiliar territory. I've left my camp behind so you can use it. I know I'm breaking my own advice by not taking it with me. But after seeing Appalachia for myself, I need to make sure every resident of 76 has a safe haven they can start from. I'll make do without it. If it's still standing, the town of Flatwoods is further down this road. Find me there. The Overseer. signing off.
This place has a lot of potential.
Hello, dedicated listeners. Welcome back to Headmaster Moore's Edu-Tapes. Today, in this second tape, we are talking construction. Now, the first step of construction is... Wait, what? Is that soda? Soda's red, right? Wait, oh. Electing. First, electing what you're going to do. Once you've made that election, it's just 3 easy questions to construction success. 1. Is the location I've selected going to work for an object of the size and shape I'm building? 2. Have I read the schematics thoroughly? And 3. Do I have all the required materials too? Who the hell bled on my notes? Saul! If I find out it was you, you're gonna bleed on... Whatever. Just finish, Mort. Short on materials? Loot the local junkyard, mills, and warehouses for parts. Missing a critical schematic? Your local vendors might have just what you're looking for. And on that note, this has been Headmaster Mort's Edu-Tapes. See you again soon. Solomon, so help me, this better be Jen. Where are you hiding?
Don't like the fog. Even just a mist makes it... I'm looking for some supplies I could use when I'm fixing things up around here. Think you got something like that? That'd be great. What can you give me? Well, that's too bad.
Talking to this? Oh, yeah, am I loud enough? Okay. Hi. What do you want me to say exactly? Yeah, so just talk about how you got here and maybe a little bit about about your life. This is a historic document. Go ahead, Tabitha.
Okay. So, well, thanks.
Okay.
Are you here for the responder training? Then you're not alone. At first, I really enjoy meeting all the... Wait a minute. I knew it! I've always thought best of all yours, though I guess you're one. Go right ahead. Me? But eventually, when I heard the message on the radio, I decided to stay here. It's a community of settlers. That being said, if I were you, he's the closest Foundation has. I never got to know him. Okay, what is it? I found it. I'd also be lying what they stood. Yeah, there's a couple. The agricultural, the New River Gorge. No problem.
Interview 2, Reverend Delbert Winters. Hi, I met you in the woods near the Morgantown Airport. You were picking flowers. Why?
I was harvesting a lot of stuff, actually. I hunted deer recently. Looked strange, but tasted fine.
Okay. Well, what's a basic, easy meal that someone who's been surviving on cans could make?
You can...
It sure is great to see living human beings again.
Overseer's log, town of Flatwood. My God. There's no one here. The old tavern, the church, people were using them for shelter, but they're gone. Mutations we expected. There's something else. A disease. I was attacked by... Well, it used to be a person. But it had these green, glowing lesions, and its voice. Angry, tortured. We are one. What? Whatever happened here is beyond anything we expected. And we expected a lot. Before they were wiped out, the survivors called themselves the Responders. Looks like they were made of firefighters, police, emergency medical staff. They even have an automated system to teach people about treating water, food, survival. I'm doing their tests, and you should too.
DASA has asked us all to document our stories for posterity, you know. Seems like a fine idea. So, hi, I am Kesha McDermott. DASA has asked us all to document our stories for posterity, you know. Seems like a fine idea. So, hi, I am Kesha McDermott. When the bombs fell, I was in Watoga, coordinating a statewide science fair for that year's high school kids. And the theme was the future of energy. After the bombs, everything was pretty chaotic. Scavenging for food and fighting off rabid survivors. Oh, it was just a bad time all around. I found a couple of surviving kids from the high school whose parents didn't make it. And we holed up in a house in town for a while. After a bit, I was able to solder the circuitry in an old radio, and we tuned in to a broadcast from the Responders. Oh, we were overjoyed. The trip from Watoga to Flatwoods, it was rough, mind you. The kids and I ran into a group of assholes in the mountains who stole our food and water. I can't tell you how happy I was to find the Responders in Flatwoods. Tents for everyone, open kitchens, medical supplies, protection. We were safe. They had a problem, though. Their water sources were contaminated heavily. People were boiling water, but not long enough to make it safe. So, I stepped up and I said, I'll build a testing kit to monitor the contamination, and I will teach folks how to properly boil water. And I did. The world is getting better, but slowly. We need to make sure it doesn't relapse, too. It's going to take time and care, that's all. Well, time, care, and science.
Talking to this? Oh, yeah, am I loud enough? Okay, Hi. What do you want me to say exactly?
Volunteer oil water is necessary for equipment sterilization.
Yeah, so just talk about how you got here and maybe a little bit about your life. This is a historic document. Go ahead, Tabitha.
Okay. So, well, thanks. Okay. I've been sober for 9 days. I got here 9 days ago. My name is Tabitha. And this is my story. I just found out about everything. The war, the bombs, I just realized this was really happening. For years, I thought the chems were playing tricks with my mind, hurting my brain. It was the worst trip ever. Every time I'd come out...
Attention, citizens. Nuclear strike imminent. Please exit the area at your earliest convenience. Thank you for your cooperation.
Tonight, we bring you the final chapter of Who Goes There? The Strange Encounter in Flat Woods. In the last episode, Pioneer Scout Fred Fisher met a curious girl named Sally while hiding in the dark. But, as it turned out, they weren't alone.
There are other people here? Yeah, they probably just went to get more food. They'll be back soon enough. You can wait with me, and they'll give you food.
Reverend Delbert Winters here, born and raised in this very town. Lent my own church to the responders for their outpost here, and you're welcome. The responders are on a true mission, you see, helping folks through thick and thin, till the heavens open up again and take us all up anyways. When this all happened, I figured like most it was time. This was the end, but it wasn't, was it? We're still here. At first, I thought it was a mistake, that we was missed, forgotten. Maybe we did some wrongs. Didn't give enough to charity, maybe. Didn't praise his name, even in the worst of times. Maybe thought some things that ought not to been thought. So I asked him. I asked how? Why? I fought your wars on Earth. I'm ready to fight them up there by your side. Then, in my despair, I saw some survivors eating raw rat carcass behind a dumpster. You ought to cook that first, I warned them. Seemed obvious. We tried but got sick, they said, covered in their own filth. I realized right then and there that I was being tasked. From then on, I built kitchens, cooked good food, fed anyone who walked up with an empty belly, and I was thankful for my task in life. Thankful. Next time hell or high water land in my stoop, I'll be swept clear away with it. But until then, let's share a home-cooked meal together, all right?
Hi there.
Broadcast tape issued. Please deposit data tape into any relay system terminal. Target marked.
Scanning protocol.
Protect and serve.
Looks like it might rain later. If we could expand our area all the way out here, the Raiders don't have a chance. So many places to explore. Looking for new places to go. Trying to find my way around this land. You know, on my way here, I saw a place you may want to check out. Want to know where it was? It was right here. Take a look. You'll never know what you might find.
Detecting potential composting target.
Message uploaded. Initiating broadcast pause. Attention, all consumers. New business established. Please seek out Craig.
Whoa. You're not Crane. The hell's going on here? Crane found the treasure. Probably not much more than you. Last time I saw him, he mentioned something. Now, your turn. Where is he? The Wayward, huh?
Ukraine. So.
Well, you don't look too worse for wear. Fantastic. So that's where they're
Wait, West Virginia lumber? That is not right. You misheard them for sure.
And that's of concern. Why, exactly?
Was wandering up that way not too far back. The lumber company? That place was overrun with a bunch of those big green bastards. Mutants. You've seen those Frankensteins. If this gang was able to clean those things out of the mill, Duchess, these guys might be tougher than advertised.
You got any recommendations on how you'd proceed?
Well, I wouldn't go in guns blazing, unless you got some big guns. Could try and luck your way inside, maybe see if they want to talk to you. But there was this family I ran into up that way that I'm sure has had to deal with them already. There was also this, let's say, special scrapper who was making some pretty bold claims about his knowledge of the mill. Wouldn't be a bad idea to check in with either of them. You'll find them at Anchor Farm if these thugs haven't already run them off. But if they are still there, well, they've probably managed to work something out with them. Hey, it couldn't hurt to find out what it was. Found him living in the stalls at Tyler County Fairground. Guy kept claiming he knew the best way to run the mutants out of the mill. But listen, I couldn't get him to spill how. Probably have a better chance he'll share what he learned with someone who still has an entire face. Well, that's a good thing, because that's all I've got. If you haven't already explored up that way, the fastest route back would be via Vault 76 and trekking north from there. And take care of yourself, all right? You're doing us a big one here.
Must chop wood forever.